This week we'll talk about the importance of following the money, how we can optimize the profits, and what steps we have to take to protect them. In the previous weeks, we have talked a lot about how we balance a finance plan, how we put finance sources together in order to generate profits, and how to optimize profits by doing so. But this week, we'll talk about the recoupment structures, and particularly by following the money once a film is produced. Because at that point, when distribution takes place, revenues are generated, and it's now all about protecting these revenues. So what steps do we have to take to protect and optimize revenues? The main and most important thing is strategize to mitigate potential issues such as high distribution fees, high finance fees, and any other waterfall item that could impact an optimal profit potential. It is also important to realize an impactful business plan to attract investors and to understand what risks investors need to know about and how to optimize or mitigate those risks in order to generate a meaningful return of investment. So we'll discuss what structures we need to apply in view of profitability. We'll discuss what important elements we need to include in structuring a business plans. And we'll also talk about the various roles of producers and investors in connection with films. By the end of the week, you'll understand risk mitigation components that could impact profitability. You'll be able to define the elements that are important in order to define and establish a strong business plan pitch deck for your project. And you're going to know exactly how you can implement and include certain producers and what roles they have in the industry. In detail this week, you're going to read modules about profitability profiles, what is important for any financier when they invest and work with you. We'll talk about the optimization of profit structures. We'll a little bit dive into slate financing. We're talking about the CAMA, the Collection Agent Management Agreement, which is a very important agreement in connection with profit and waterfall structures. We're talking about the revenue police, which is the collection agent. We'll dive deep into the producers and their particular roles when it comes to generating and distribution of content. We'll talk about the business plan and pitch deck components for film and television content. We'll look into some of the due diligence items that we need to do with investors and that investors need to do with us, including proof of funding. And then you'll read Chapter 9 in the textbook Entertainment Finance Today. You watch the guest speaker interviews, and of course, make sure you watch the module summary video to get the essentials of this module handy. And then by Sunday, you will please submit quiz number 7 and make note of any additional key activities that could be announced in the Canvas calendar or the announcements.